Okay, it's Saturday, February 26th, and over the past 3 weeks I haven't made any videos and you haven't missed much. I've been fabricating my headers to fit. Now my welder wasn't doing very well, so they're not the prettiest things in the world, but I will say one thing. My headers fit this car better than they ever have. Now since it wasn't because of the aluminum heads, but it's because of the different motor mounts. I had no choice but to use, and I do still like these motor mounts better because the engine sits lower, like I said, and I'm probably going to have room for an air cleaner now, even with this intake. And the old headers never did fit good. Like this pipe right here, this one, on the number 3 cylinder, it would rub that idler arm down there. It actually went right up against it, and now it doesn't. Everything clears, and actually, let's see if I can get under here. Hopefully it'll focus. And actually, another big improvement is that way the headers used to fit. Every time you turn the car, the wheel on the car, this idler arm, right now we're sitting straight, the idler arm either swings this way or that away. And what it would do is that other pipe was like come right down against it, and this would rub it. I mean, you could actually, if someone were standing outside the car and I turned the wheel one way, all the way, you could see the headers move. That's all gone now. And like I said, my welder was acting up. I need a good TIG welder to make a really nice, good looking set of headers. And I do need to redo the headers on my race car, and I'm hoping to get at least a small TIG welder. I would like to get the combo plasma cutter and TIG welder, but for now this is going to have to do. There, as you can see, I had to sharpen that turn right there. That's all you can do with that, unless I were to put a different shock tower kit in this, or go with a small block. I'm still tempted to go back with a 351 Windsor, which is what this car used to have in it. Originally it was a 302, but when my first engine rebuild was the 351 Windsor that went in this. Now this side, I didn't have to change a thing, and they actually fit better. Now I haven't got a gasket in this yet. The other side I do. It's put in for good. And as you can see, we're really close to the steering box. When I put a gasket there, that's going to rub. Instead of denting my header, I'm thinking about taking this plate off and chamfering it. I need to make sure I don't go past the sealing surface, and we'll see how that works out. I'd rather do that than dent the header. So that's that, and then after I get those on, those were the hardest thing to make fit. Everything else should bolt up. I just need to hook up all my hoses and get the carburetor on it. I had to pull my new oil filter off to get these headers on. That's the way it's always been on this side. You can't get, these are 3-piece headers. These two are all in one piece all the way down to the collector. These two are separate pieces, and they have to go on first. Then that's got to come up here, and it goes underneath the control arm. And of course the oil filter has to be out of the way for you to take the header on and off. So that's what I've been up to, and hopefully I can get this thing maybe together this weekend and try to fire it up. So I haven't been much feeling like making videos while I work on stuff, especially with jobs like this, because it's just such slow and tedious work, and you just don't feel like pulling the camera out for each and everything you do. At least I don't. And YouTube is just the revenue keeps going down and down, even though my views, my subscriber count keeps going up and the views are about the same. I'm pretty disgusted with YouTube for a lot of reasons, and probably if I say the real reason, they'll probably suspend my account, and that is one of the things I'm disgusted with them about. You can't say what you feel unless it fits their narrative, and I'm wanting to switch. I would love to switch my channel to Rumble, but there just isn't a lot of car group content on there. So, and what little is there, some people are trying to go there and they're not getting a lot of views. So if everybody would just stand up and leave YouTube, that would stop that crap. But anyway, I'm going to get this together, and hopefully we can do a fire it up for the first time video. Alright, it is Friday, March 4th, and everything is hooked up. I have not attempted to start it. All my electrical seems to be working. Have not tested the fans yet because I didn't have I don't have a switch to where I can bypass my thermostat. I need to get a 3-way switch that will do that. But for right tonight, all I want to do is hopefully hear it make some noise. I don't have any water in it yet, and I just want to make sure it starts up and sounds okay. Not going to run it long enough to get any heat in it before I put water in it. Heater core is bypassed for now. I do run a heater core on this car, but everything's hooked up, looking nice, and let's hope it stays looking clean without anything going wrong or I have to tear it back down and figure out what's wrong. Hopefully nothing is wrong. I've turned on my fuel pump and just did not leave it on because I have had carburetors sit around for a while. This one's been sitting since the summer, and then I turn on that electric fuel pump and have it just start pouring past needle and seat and down into the engine and down the cylinders. I've had one fill up cylinders before. Don't want to do it to my brand new engine for sure. So I just hit the pump momentarily, and I do have some wetness in there. So all I want to do is just get the bowls full. I'm going to hit it a couple more times. And I'm going to start it up without okay, that should be full. Fuel pressure gauge looks good. Steadier than my race car was. Okay. So, haven't tested the ignition yet, but we're getting ready to. I'm just going to see if it'll fire. Timing should hopefully be good enough for it to start without popping or anything. I usually get pretty lucky and do okay on that. I could use a little more timing. No popping through the carburetor, but it's what I think I could use. See what that does. Okay. I was afraid my valve cover gaskets were leaking, but I don't think they are. Remember when I told you about the gaskets with those heads? But I think it's paint on the headers. That's all that smoke is. She's yeah, it's worth a run. Yeah, there's no oil. It's just yeah, it looks like it's a header paint. Yeah, I don't see nothing leaking nowhere. Good thing there. I was seeing a drip on my transmission cooler. It's probably going to leak. We just want to get it running first. Probably need to do some carburetor adjustments too. Maybe we've got too much timing now. I think a lot of it might need some carb tuning too. So it's a different cam. Let's go back with our timing a little bit. Kind of thought that my timing should have been close anyway. Just a little bit. Header paint. Think I need to get my air fuel mixture screws to where it'll idle. I don't think that's timing, not letting it idle. So let me try something else here.